I'm Tamir Moore from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. We're about an hour or so away from Game 1 in the National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. This should be an interesting going tonight. For the Mets, it's Jacob deGrom, and for the Dodgers, it is the two-time Cy Young Award winner Clayton Kershaw. Now remember, the New York Mets, none of their starting pitchers have any postseason experience at all. They're all in their 20s. They all did amazing things this year for the Mets, who are not supposed to be here at the moment because many people picked Washington to start the year, but the Nationals had a bad end to September, and they fired their manager Matt Williams this week. So the Nationals are going downhill. And this is really interesting because both New York teams, the Mets and the Yankees, are in the same postseason for only the first time in Major League history. The Yankees have been eliminated already. They lost to the Astros the other night in the American League Wild Card game. Going back to the Mets here, this is going to be a fun series between the Mets and the Dodgers. But for the Mets, their offense, their pitching, can their pitchers go deep in the ball game, keep the Dodgers lineup at bay? Remember, they got Scott Gans-Slake, they had Adrian Gonzalez, they had Jimmy Rollins, Jock Peterson, A.J. Ellis, Alberto Carrasco, Hallie Kendrick, who we got from the Crosstown Angels. So that is very important to look at as we get closer to first pitch. And many people pick the Mets to win in 5 games. My pick is very, very simple. I know it's tough because you have to favor one team or the other. But I'm going to go with the New York Mets because simply, you ain't accepted to this since being acquired from Detroit at the trade deadline. He really shaped this team's mojo. He really has been one of the guys that I have noticed that enjoys being with the team. He contributes every single night. He always lapped it off on his teammates. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty awesome to have a guy who is being traded to a contender in a postseason team like this case is. And Uranus is going to have a big night tonight. And I can't wait to see what he does against Clayton Kershaw. Meanwhile, for the Los Angeles Dodgers, they won the National League Western Division Championship this year. Obviously, them and the San Francisco Giants battled for that division until the last week. The Giants were eliminated well before October baseball. So, the Dodgers win the NLDS title for the first straight year. Remember, they won one back in 2013. And I believe that was the year they had that pool at Chase Field. They won one again in 2014, and they won one again in 2015. So, the Dodgers are no newness for a division series. But the Dodgers have never got past this round. Mind you, in 2013 and 2014, the Dodgers faced the St. Louis Cardinals in the first round. Both of those, excuse me about that. Sorry, I messed up. I meant the Dodgers play the Braves, I should say, in the NLDS that year. They played the Cardinals in the National League Championship Series. The Dodgers and Cardinals played in the NLDS in 2014. The Dodgers have never got past St. Louis both of those times. So the Dodgers are getting somebody new, the New York Mets. And the Dodgers game plan doesn't change regardless of what team they're facing, what offense they're having to contend with, because the Dodgers have 2 very good starters in Kershaw and Greinke lined up for the first 2 games of this series. And in Game 2, the Dodgers will see Noah Syndergaard, who'll start for the Mets. Matt Harvey starts Game 3. And Steven Matz, the young man who struck out 10 batters in the game, will start in Game 4. Brett Anderson will start Game 3 opposed Harvey. The Dodgers have not named a Game 4 starter. Don Mattingly, who talked to the media earlier this week, said he will make that decision later on, depending on where the series go. So, Mets Dodgers coming up next after the conclusion of Cubs Cardinals on Comcast Sportsnet. I'll be working with Trey Bannister, Joshua Stillman, and Camille Sanders. Carlos Martinez will also be play-by-play starting from Game 3 onwards. So, that sets up the seed. We will see you for first pitch in a little bit.